You ever feel like you're doing everything right, but somehow still falling behind? You check one notification, then another, then suddenly an hour disappears. And the weird part, you don't even feel lazy. You feel productive. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your brain isn't chasing success. It's chasing the feeling of success. You're not stuck because you're lazy. You're stuck because your brain thinks you've already won. You cross little things off all day, replying, checking, organizing, refreshing, tiny actions that make you appear productive for a moment. And because your brain keeps getting rewarded, it seems like you're making progress. But when it's finally time to do the thing that actually matters, you suddenly feel drained, like your motivation disappeared before the real work even started. Dopamine isn't just pleasure. It's your brain's way of tracking progress. So when you get small, easy rewards early, your brain thinks, we already did enough. In solo leveling, Jinwoo only levels up through action. Not intention, not motivation, action. Progress only comes through completed effort, not appearing busy. But here's where this breaks. Because most people don't live inside a system like that. They live inside something much messier. Now, compare that to Blue Lock. A lot of players look ambitious, but they avoid the one thing that actually matters, scoring. So they settle for moments that look impressive without ever becoming really dangerous. It's like going to the gym, taking a mirror selfie and leaving. That's the trap. You keep rewarding motion. So real progress starts feeling unnecessary. And when it's finally time to do something difficult, you've already spent the energy to begin. Be careful what your brain gets rewarded for, because over time, it starts confusing activity with growth. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your life. It's trying to make things easier. And that's exactly the problem. You sit down to do something that actually matters. Work, study, build something real. But before you even begin, it pulls you somewhere else. Check this first. Just one quick break. Let's ease into it. And somehow, you never really start. Your brain values certainty more than growth. That's why familiar pain can feel safer than unfamiliar freedom. At some point in solo leveling, Jinwoo stops fearing hard fights. He starts seeking them because his brain learns difficulty equals growth. But here's where most people break, because that shift doesn't happen instantly. Early on in Blue Lock, players hesitate in critical moments, not because they lack skill, but because failure feels immediate. So they play safe, and that's exactly what gets them eliminated. This is the real trap. Every time you face resistance, your brain pulls you in the opposite direction. Not because you can't do it, because it doesn't recognize it as worth it yet. You don't need to fight your brain. You need to retrain what it sees as a win. Start small. Lean into one uncomfortable action daily. Finish it. No shortcuts, no escape. Because once your mind realizes, this is where the reward actually is, it stops pulling you away and starts pulling you forward. You didn't just lose discipline, you lost your tolerance for effort. Your attention span feels damaged. Things that used to seem normal now feel exhausting. Reading for 20 minutes, working without switching tabs, even sitting alone with your own thoughts. Your brain keeps reaching for stimulation, not because you enjoy it, because silence and effort is now uncomfortable. Your brain adapts to repetition. Feed it stimulation long enough, and effort starts becoming unnatural. Not because it is, but because you've trained your brain away from it. In solo leveling, strength isn't just about power. It's about what you can handle. As Jinwoo grows, he doesn't just hit harder, he tolerates more. Pain, pressure, risk. What once felt unbearable becomes normal because he keeps stepping into higher difficulty. But now, flip that direction. In Blue Lock, players who hesitate don't just stay average, they regress. They second-guess shots they should take. They freeze in moments they used to handle, not because they forgot how to play, but because they stopped exposing themselves to pressure. So, when intensity hits again, their system can't handle it. It's like lowering the volume on your life and then wondering why everything loud seems overwhelming. This is what easy wins are doing. They're not just wasting your time, they're quietly reducing your capacity. Not because life got harder, because your tolerance got lower. You don't fix this by forcing motivation. You fix it by raising your tolerance again. Put yourself in slightly more challenging situations. Stay longer than you want to. Let it feel uncomfortable. Because the goal isn't just to get things done. It's to become the kind of person who can handle more. There's a point where discipline stops feeling painful and starts feeling addictive. Most people quit before they reach it. Right now, effort still seems unnatural to you, so every difficult task seems like proof that something is wrong, that you're lazy, undisciplined, built differently from people who have it together. But that feeling isn't failure, it's adaptation happening in reverse. Discomfort isn't a stop sign, it's direction. In solo leveling, Jinwoo stops seeing difficult fights as punishment. They become proof he's growing. That's the shift. The pain didn't disappear, its meaning changed. And this is exactly what separates the best players in Blue Lock. The ones who evolve stop fearing pressure. They start wanting the ball in the hardest moments. Pressure stops feeling like danger and starts feeling like purpose. That's when discipline finally clicks. Not when hard things become easy, but when struggle starts carrying meaning. Stop asking, why does this feel uncomfortable? Ask, what is this discomfort training me to become? Because the moment discomfort gains meaning, you stop running from it. Your environment is shaping your behavior more than your motivation is. Right now, your environment is full of easy wins. Your phone is nearby. Entertainment is instant. Distraction is frictionless. So your brain keeps defaulting to what's easiest. Not because you're weak, but because your environment keeps rewarding distraction. Behavior changes based on friction. The easier something is to access, the more your brain repeats it. That's why tiny environmental changes can completely change behavior. In solo leveling, the system constantly forces Jinwoo toward growth. He can't drift. The environment itself pushes evolution. Similarly, in Blue Lock, the entire facility is designed to eliminate comfort. Pressure is unavoidable. That environment changes the players. That's the truth most people miss. Your brain isn't operating independently. It's responding to the system around it. Stop relying on willpower. Build environments that make good decisions easier and bad ones harder, because ultimately, your environment becomes your behavior. You thought the problem was motivation, that one day you'd finally wake up disciplined, but your brain was never built to resist endless easy rewards on its own. It adapts to whatever you repeat, whatever surrounds you, whatever you normalize. Every easy win trains it one way. Every hard choice trains it another. And eventually, these choices stop feeling like choices at all. They become identity. The life you want isn't built in massive moments. It's built in the small decisions your environment keeps pulling you toward every day. So, build a system that pulls you toward growth instead of distraction. Because easy wins don't destroy your life all at once. They train you to stop fighting for a better one.